back to my channel Code Fusion Hub. So in the last video, we saw about what are the type annotations and the basic types in the TypeScript. In case if you haven't watched my previous video, I'll give you the link in the description box. You can check it out so that you don't miss any of the fundamental concepts that are taught in this playlist. And if you are a new user, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you never miss any update from my upcoming videos in the playlist. So without wasting any time, we'll start our today's lecture, which is going to be about type assertions over here. Now, what do you mean by type assertions? Type assertions in TypeScript are a way for developers to inform the compiler. Now, how do we inform to the compiler and what does it make sense while assigning it to any variable? Now, if you have a type of value which the compiler can't infer it, or when you know more about the type of a value, but the TypeScript does not, then you have to assign that I know that this is going to be the type. You treat it like that because I know it about. So in simple terms, type assertions lets you override or narrow down the type of a value, essentially telling TypeScript that I know what this type should be. You should trust me and treat it like that only. So if you talk about the key points, like it does not have any runtime impact. Okay, so it does not have any runtime impact. So you don't have to worry that it will cause any issue further during the compilation, because it allows you to just access the properties or methods of the particular asserted type. So the syntax is of like two types. You can do this assertion upon two types. First is nothing but the angle bracket syntax. Okay. And next is the second one is going to be the as syntax. Okay. So these are the both ways which we can use for type assertions into this. That if you know a value which has more specific type than what the TypeScript infers, like narrowing from unknown or any to a specific type like string or a number, etc. Type assertions help you refine that over here. Okay. So let's just go and we'll just have a look at the example over here. So let's say I have some value and I am going to assign unknown or any, that I don't know what the type is. So this is a string, let's say. I'm assigning this over here to this variable value. Now what I'm saying, I want to override this. Okay, I want to override this value. Let the string length over here, I'm defining one variable, which is this, and I am stating over here that I want the number of the length over here, correct? But here the type of this value is unknown over here, but I am saying that I know that this is a string, right? I know that this value is going to be a string only, so I'll assign it over here. So this is first of all the angle bracket syntax. This is the angle bracket over here, into which I am going to define this string and the variable value. Okay. So here I have this and I am just going to check the value over here. Okay. So here it will allow us that this is going to give the length of this, that is nothing but the value of this variable. So yes, this will return us the value of whatever the length is, okay, of the string. Now coming to the as syntax over here. Now what does this as syntax do? It is very quite similar to the angle bracket syntax only. So let's say you have again a value, let's say value new over here, which is of type unknown only, and I am assigning it as another string over here. Okay. So this is what I have assigned to this. I'll just remove this so you don't get confused. Okay. So this is our first syntax and this is going to be our second syntax. So I am going to check the string length of new string. Okay. I am assigning a value as number over here, and I am using the as syntax. So now in this as syntax, what we have to take is this value new. We'll just copy that. I'll put it over here in the bracket, and I'll say that treat it as string. Okay, what do you have to treat it as? A string value over here, and you have to just check the length of this. You have to check the length of this over here. Correct? So we have given that I have a variable, okay, whose type is unknown, but you treat it as a string because I know somewhere that I have this value into a string. So I'm just telling the compiler that compile it as string and just give me the length of that. So it will also return you the length of the string over here.